Hey everybody, the Productive Hoarder here. Today's episode is going to be about productivity, for me anyway, so I'm hoping this video will help other people like me, who are people who have ADD, like adult deficit, what was it called? Adult deficit disorder. So, these are the cards I have been using for planning out what I call the schedule blocks. And as you can see, they're kind of hard to read because everything is like all over the place. Yes. So, I used one of the packs of cards I had bought recently for a new thing of schedule. Sorry, schedule blocks. So let's put those off to the side. So what I did was write down everything I do when I'm home. Um, a lot of it's like reading or writing, watching stuff, recording for YouTube. And so I wrote it all down and gave them numbers, as you can see. I actually did number up to 20 because I scratched that one out since I wrote it twice on accident. So out of 54 cards, it's 108, and I'm counting both sides of the card as far as the where the numbers are. So I calculated it, did the 108 divided by 20, and came out to 5 per category. So then I started over here and started like if I shuffle the cards and it lands this way, it'll be social media. If it landed this way, it'll be check emails. And I gave each thing a time limit. And for that, well, I cannot show it onto uh, having difficulty because I'm thirsty, but cannot show it to you because it's on the phone which I'm recording on. So what I had done is set alarms like for 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, and so on. So I could do this part here a lot easier, which I'm kind of not doing this today, but that's what I had planned on doing today. And so I used these Sharpie Ultra Fine points, and they worked really well for putting stuff on the card. The other deck, I used a different marker, which was a lot thicker. That's why it's probably looks all messed up. So let's start. I already shuffled these, but try to assume I am starting at 9 o'clock. Maybe I woke up at 8:30 and decided to have breakfast at that time. So from 9 until, let's say, 7. No, 6 o'clock. 6 is when I have supper. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. So with that, sorry, the finger got in the way, but I'm going to draw 9 cards, see what we get. So the first one is read a book for an hour. So that would be from 9 until 10. I'll show a close up of those in a minute. Next one is video game, 1 hour. So this one I have video game marked in black, and that's for personal video game enjoyment, like just to play. And then the other color I used was, let's see if I can find it, this one here. For video games in this color, I used this one and wrote down 2 hours instead of 1. And that's for recording for YouTube channel, my gaming channel. So reading 1 hour, video games 1 hour. Let's see, next one is story plan. So if I'm working on a chapter or need to do a next chapter, this is when I plan out the chapter and characters who are going to be in the scene and all that stuff. The next one is, oops, I picked 2 on accident. Watch something for 2 hours. That could be Netflix, that could be a movie, something. Let's move these out of the way a little bit more. Next one, write for an hour. So if I had planned the next chapter with this other card, this one would be what I use afterwards, probably. So writing something, then watching a movie to kind of relax and so I can work easier when I do the writing part. Watch YouTube for an hour. I normally use my watch list. It has probably 1,700 videos, so I try to go through those first. Story plan for an hour. That could be the same story or maybe a different thing I'm working on. So this one is number 8. Write fan fiction. So it could be that, try to get it close up, story plan for this story, and this one could be for this story, if not for the other. And then this one, read fan fiction for an hour. So that's like a kind of like to rewind, or is rewind the right word? Or unwind. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, so the day here is not that productive, but don't know what that sound was. I don't see anything, but let's see. Trying to get my thoughts back together. Yeah, I'm currently working on a story now. I had maybe 2 or 3 chapters left to plan, but I don't think I'm going to finish them because I thought of something to add at the very first chapter, and that would throw the whole story off a tiny bit. Probably more than I'm thinking of right now, but those 3 chapters will end up being completely changed anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start off on the rewrite, going on the first chapter. So that's like an hour, 2 hours for that story in particular. Then fan fiction, in my mind, it's like kind of like what's it called? Like, I want to say, as you can see, I'm not very good at talking, but writing is a different thing. But kind of like a preview of my writing, like so people can see what style I do, and if they enjoy me when I'm writing a fan fiction, they might end up going to buy the book if they're interested in it. So that's like advertisement to me. So 4 hours worth of writing. Um, I know that doesn't make sense probably to a lot of people, but it does to me. So there's that. Anyways, after I choose the cards, I'll use the markers over here. I have the color code thing right there. And then write down according to the color what goes down to each thing here. And that's how I personally plan my day. And that's only days when I'm not at work or school. So, or if I do get home kind of early afterwards, I'll go to maybe, I don't know, 5 until 7 or 8 on this part. So at least I'm still productive a little bit, so still getting things done. And I do have a lot of things like, that's the video game one. I have one for studying. I think there's 6 or 7 of those. I got some for checking businesses if I decide to do businesses. The video game 2 hours, that one, during the winter time at least I can record for YouTube. If it's the summertime and it's too hot to use my consoles, if I'm thinking of doing a like maybe a video, like a gaming app or something. Possibly, I have to do more research on it, but during the summertime, I could work on that app if I do decide to do it for the 2 hours instead. So I'm still productive, and that would be like passive income when it's finished and everything. Here's an organized for 1 hour. And that also includes recording for this channel, browse internet, writing, gaming, I have social media. Yes. So most of it's writing and writing, reading, and YouTube related things. So, anyways, if you want to try this for yourself, this is my little tutorial how-to thing for that. So if you're like me with ADD, and you go to like hyper, um, what's it called? Like when you're focused on one thing like the whole entire day and you like forget to eat or sleep, not eat or sleep, but eat or drink anything, um, that'll be a good way to break up your day so that you can get up and do what you need to do, um, and still be productive throughout the day. So I'm hoping this helps someone else like it has for me, because I've been using this system maybe 2 or 3 months now, with my other cards, and it's worked out pretty well so far. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy, and see you later. Bye.